It feels like strength, doesn't it? Being the one who can hold it all together. You are the rock, the reliable one, the person who knows exactly what to say when someone else is falling apart. You manage their chaos. You anticipate their needs. You solve their problems before they even see them coming. And the world praises you for it. You're so giving, so selfless, so strong. But they don't see the other side. They don't see the exhaustion, the quiet resentment, the feeling that if you stopped holding your breath, if you stopped managing everyone, the entire world you've built would just collapse. They don't know that your strength is actually a cage, and you are trapped inside it. This is the central paradox of the helper. We call it love, we call it loyalty, but in psychology it has another name, codependency. And it's not just being too nice, it is a survival map, learned so early that we mistake it for our own personality. It's the subconscious belief, buried deep in the nervous system, that your worth is measured only by your usefulness, that love is not something you receive, it's something you earn by fixing, by pleasing, by sacrificing. This map wasn't drawn in your adult relationships, it was drawn in childhood. It starts when a child looks at a parent, a caregiver, someone who is supposed to be their safety, and sees a person who is struggling. Maybe it was addiction, maybe it was depression, maybe it was just the heavy silence of someone too broken to be present. And in that moment, the child's brain makes a silent calculation. My needs are a burden, their needs are urgent. My feelings are dangerous, their feelings are the weather. If I stay quiet, if I become helpful, if I can make them happy, then I will be safe. Then maybe I will be loved. You didn't just grow up, you became a little adult. You learned to read the air in a room. You became a peacemaker, a therapist, a tiny emotional manager. You learned to erase yourself to make space for others. And that's the tragedy. The very strategy that helped you survive your childhood is the one that prevents you from living in your adulthood. You learned that connection doesn't feel like peace, it feels like a job. And this is where the hidden fear takes root. We think the codependent person is afraid of being alone, but that's not the whole truth. The deeper, darker fear is not just that the other person will leave you, it's that they will leave you because they no longer need you. What if they get better? What if they solve their own problems? What if they find their own strength? Then what? What is your purpose? If your entire identity has been built on being the fixer, you become terrified of things being fixed. You have confused "I am needed" with "I am loved." And so, without even realizing it, you may find yourself drawn to chaos, to people who need saving, not because you are a saint, but because their brokenness feels like home. It feels like purpose. It gives you a role to play. When you are managing their crisis, you don't have to look at your own. But there is a fear even deeper than that, the fear of silence. When you are not consumed by someone else's drama, when your phone isn't ringing with another emergency, you are left alone in a quiet room. You are left with yourself, and that person is a stranger. The silence is terrifying because it's filled with all the things you abandoned, your needs, your dreams, your anger, your sadness, the you that you sacrificed all those years ago. Fixing others is not just about controlling them, it's about distracting you. It is the loudest, most noble-sounding excuse to avoid the terrifying, essential work of meeting yourself. This is why the kindness feels so exhausting. It's why you give and give and give and only feel emptier, because the kindness isn't flowing from abundance, it's bleeding from a wound, the wound of the child who was never allowed to just be. So how do you heal? Healing from codependency is not about learning to stop caring. It is the slow, revolutionary practice of changing the direction of that care. It is turning that powerful, focused, intense attention back onto yourself. It's asking, what do I need right now? And not flinching at the answer. It is learning that a boundary is not an act of aggression, it is an act of honesty.
It's saying, I care about you, but I cannot save you. I cannot set myself on fire to keep you warm. And when you set that boundary, you will feel terrifying waves of guilt. That guilt is the old survival map, screaming that you are doing something wrong, that you are becoming selfish. But that guilt is not a signal that you are bad. It is a sign that you are finally, for the first time, choosing yourself. True connection cannot exist in a rescue mission. Love is not a transaction. It is not something you earn by disappearing. Real intimacy is not about fixing. It is about witnessing. It is the ability to sit with someone in their darkness without needing to turn on a light. And it is the ability to let someone sit with you in yours, to be seen, not for what you can do for them, but for who you are. The ultimate act of courage for the person who has always been the rock is to finally allow yourself to be soft, to stop managing and just be, to learn that your worth is not in your hands, but in your breath. You are not loved because you are useful. You are loved because you are. And the person who needs to believe that most is you.